What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the first episode of Masterclass, the series where I teach you game concepts, mechanics, and strategies. Today, we will be covering AI nodes, more specifically outdoor and indoor nodes, as well as anti-nodes. Let's get started. First off, what exactly is a node? Simply put, nodes are a point or position on the map represented by these glowing white orbs. These orbs are spread out across the entire outdoor and indoor map and will always spawn in the same places for each map. If you're wondering how I got these orbs in my game, I'm using Imperium by Joe Swell. I'll link it down in the description. I also want to give a quick thanks to Dummy Dude as well as my other devs for help researching this subject. The first thing outdoor AI nodes are used for is entity spawning. When you first land on a moon, beehives will spawn within 20 meters of a random node. All other outdoor enemies will also spawn on random nodes, but they have a smaller radius of 10 meters. Lightning also uses AI nodes and will strike anywhere within 15 units of a node. If you've seen my video on baboon hawks, you know they have nests which will always be placed right next to a node. Indoor enemies like spiders and hoarding bugs will also use nodes to determine their nests. Some enemies will use indoor nodes to path to specific spots. For example, when snare fleas attach to the ceiling, this will always be right above a node. Brackens have a favorite place, which will always be the farthest node from main entrance. This is where they take dead bodies. When a butler kills a player, it chooses the farthest node from itself and runs that direction, and the ghost girl will use indoor nodes to spawn behind players. There are also anti-nodes, which just act as areas where entities cannot spawn. Anti-nodes can usually be found on the ship, near entrances, and on bridges. AI nodes are also used for the standard AI search routine, which most of you know as the standard roaming function from my other videos, and it's the reason you should know where nodes are located and, more importantly, where they aren't located. For example, on Adamants, there are no nodes behind this shack or by fire exit, which means that enemies will never wander to these areas on their own. This kind of game knowledge is extremely beneficial, especially on a map like Adamants where baboon hawks stealing your items is a problem. Knowing there aren't any nodes at fire exit means you can freely place items outside and you don't have to worry about enemies targeting you until you go back up this hill. The pit room has no nodes in it, making it a safe spot as long as it only has one entrance, which usually it does, but if there are multiple entrances, an enemy can path from one entrance to another one. The bracken room is the only other room indoors that doesn't have any nodes, and it's always a dead end, making it a safe spot 100% of the time. Keep in mind, enemies can still go to areas without nodes if they follow a player there, but they will never wander to these areas on their own. The only time an enemy could wander to these areas would be if a baboon hawk or a hoarding bug spotted a piece of scrap in these areas. Like I said at the beginning of the video, nodes will always spawn in the same places, so you never have to worry about nodes changing in or outdoors. I have many more masterclass videos coming out soon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss one, and follow me on Twitch where I'm streaming every Thursday night. First link in the description.